What's up, guys? We're back at it again to look at comparative advantage and gain some trade in macroeconomics. Let's get into it. So, first, we're going to get into absolute advantage. So, absolute advantage is determined by the producer being able to generate greater output with a given amount of time or resource. Example is producer one can make or produce more than producer two. Pretty simple. It really gets more complicated when you look at comparative advantage. So comparative advantage is realized by the producer able to make a given output at a lower opportunity cost. So this will be like if producer one can make whatever while giving up less than producer two. It all goes down to opportunity cost. So we're going to look at opportunity cost in the next slide. So calculating opportunity cost. There's two different problems for calculating opportunity cost. The first one we'll be looking at is output problem. So an output problem is data represents output produced from a fixed amount of input. So if you're looking at anything that produces something, this is going to be an output problem, and you find it by you're going to find the opportunity cost of A. You have B over A in the data. So for example, we have 8 units of product A and 4 units of product B. The opportunity cost for products A will be 8 divided by 4. 4 divided by 8, which is 0.5, 0.05, half. And then we look into the next one, an input problem. Data represents input required to produce a fixed amount of outputs. So a good example would be like time. It takes 8 hours to produce product A versus 4 hours to produce product B. And it is found by, if we find the opportunity cost of product A, you have A over B. So in this case, it will be A divided by 4. Which is 2 hours of opportunity cost. So if producer 2 chooses to produce 1 hour of unit A, how many of product B could have been produced? The amount of goods that could have been produced. That's what you're trying to figure out. Let's get into this one. So here's an example problem for you guys to look at. Using the same amount of time and resources, Anand can either build 6 models or prepare 4 experiments, and Pam can either build 9 models or prepare 6 experiments. Who has a comparative advantage in building models, and who has a comparative advantage in preparing experiments? So feel free to pause the video and figure it out. I suggest drawing a table. Sure. Alright, so the correct answer is C, because Pam can build 9 models, but Anand builds only 6, so Pam has an absolute advantage in models. Pam can prepare 6 experiments, but Anand can only prepare 4, so Pam also has an absolute advantage in preparing experiments. Let's look at another problem. Max and Eli like to build apps and coach soccer. The time it takes for Max and Eli to build apps and plan soccer drills for their team is given in the table below. Which person has the absolute advantage in building apps, and which person has the absolute advantage in planning soccer drills? So again, feel free to pause the video. This time the chart is given. Okay, so the correct answer is E. So a person who can produce a good in less time than someone who can produce the same resource has an absolute advantage in that good. And in this problem, Max takes only 5 hours to plan a soccer drill, but Eli takes 9 hours to plan a soccer drill. So therefore, Max is absolutely better than Eli at planning soccer drills. On the other hand, it takes Eli only 15 hours to build an app, but it takes 20 hours for Max to build an app. So Eli is absolutely better than Max at building apps. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you for coming. like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you next time.